Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
It's so quiet out here. I decided to come out into the middle of nowhere and check into a campground for a couple nights because I am so tired. We have not had very much sleep. So I am doing some camping. I need to go put this on the post and then we'll take a look around and see. I really wish I was kind of like, there was a lot of spots that were so empty and no one was around and I'm kind of like in the middle of people. But, you know, safety in numbers, right? So I am going to be here for 2 days. I'm going to have to look at the map to see where I am in this place. But, yeah, well, it's already late in the afternoon and I'm getting hungry. But there's so much I need to catch you up on. So let me get my situation situated. Okay, here's my dinner. I got some chicken, an onion, some pea pods, a mozzarella stick, cucumber, broccoli, cauliflower, some strawberries, grapes, cottage cheese, and some mustard. I know that's going to look weird, but it is what it is. I've tried it before. I actually really like it. Okay. I decided to go for a little walk after dinner. This campground's pretty big. I've lost Bobby. See, this is why I should never be alone, honestly. My sense of direction is awful. Anyway, we're going to keep plugging along until I find my minivan. I see Bobby. We found home. Okay. Since I'm off doing all this kind of stuff, I'm going to make, I don't normally have an evening coffee, but why not? And thank goodness I had a Timmy's earlier because I can't find my coffee mug. Like, my van is not that big. How do I keep losing things? It's truly incredible. Okay, water's going. It's boiling. And, whew, listen. Tonight's just going to be a chill night, and tomorrow I hope I'm going to wake up feeling absolutely rejuvenated, and I'm going to go for a walk and see if I can't see anything interesting and just enjoy the day. Hopefully it's not too hot. I don't do well on the heat. Anyway, so much has happened in the last 3 weeks. I don't even know where to begin. So I did post a couple things on my Patreon. Talk about the elephant in the room and why I have not been posting. So something happened and I'm not proud of it, but I became literally obsessed beyond normal with the news, politics, wars, everything. I was literally spending my entire, if I wasn't working or sleeping, I was watching the news. And it wasn't just Canadian news. It was Canadian, US, the wars in the Middle East, like literally everything. And I would go from Facebook to X to YouTube, and it would just be this circle over and over and over. And the crazy thing is, it was all the same stuff that I was watching. It was just different people talking about it, different perspectives and stuff. And for some reason, I just needed to hear everybody's perspective. And I don't know, it was just so unhealthy. Absolutely, without a doubt, one of the craziest things I've ever done. Anyway, this lasted like 2 or 3 weeks. I've reeled it back. I have become aware because I don't want to live in a bubble. I want to know what's happening around the world. But I have come to the conclusion that I don't need to hear it from 15,000 different people. I can watch about an hour's worth of news every day, or even a half an hour, whatever the case may be, and get all the information I need for the day, unless something breaking happens, and then I'm good. And I don't need to go on. Oh, my water's boiling already. How fast is that? So that's why I haven't been posting, because, and I'm sure most of you know, I read my Bible and I study my Bible. So literally all I was thinking about or talking about was religion or politics. Two of the things that you're really not supposed to do on social media. Now, I have a core group of people that have the same beliefs and whatever I do, so we were all talking about it. But I didn't want to do anything else. I just wanted to watch the news. It was absolutely insanity. We're okay now. We're a little bit better. And then I ended up getting a little bit of a cold. And then I just really wasn't feeling well in general after the cold. And then I had my birthday. I did literally nothing for my birthday. I had a pity party. Oh, that was another gong show. The pity party, not the birthday. Like, I was like, who cares? It's just a day, right? I was getting all up in my feels about being alone. Oh, woe is me. Listen, I have so much to be grateful for just because I spent my birthday alone. Whatever. Anyway, we're over that too. But there was so much going on, like mentally and physically. And I was feeling all kinds of ways. And speaking about the physical, like, listen, I don't know if you're aware of this. Most of you are. I was diagnosed with long COVID and sciatic. I mean, I knew I had the sciatic issue and, my shoulders issues and stuff like that. And for some reason, I kind of let the diagnosis of the long COVID, and if nobody knows what the symptoms are of long COVID, it's pretty much fibromyalgia. It's a potpourri of things that they can happen anytime, whenever, however. Muscle ache, really tired, brain fog. Like, there's just a whole potpourri of things. And I kind of let that start to define me. I was using it as an excuse not to go do things. It's like, well, I don't want my sciatic to flare up. I don't want to get overtired. What happened with that is I literally, over the last 3 weeks, have done nothing. And my body, I can feel it, you guys. Like, I feel it so bad. Not only can I feel it, but I'm so inflamed. I'm bloated. I can't eat and everything the way I used to, like 20 years ago. Now, it's super expensive. Healthy food is super expensive, but I'm going to make it a go. I have to do something, because at the end of the day, if I don't do something now, I just turned 55, hello, 55, I can't even. Anyway, if I don't do something now, then 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be even worse. And not only that, I've been almost 2 years in my minivan. Well, first the car, then an SUV, now a minivan. And for the most part, I love this lifestyle. I love it. And while the next year I'm going to be in the city, van life in the city, it's going to be okay, because next year I'm going to be completely debt free. And then I can start venturing out if I want to. But right now, like I said, 90% of the time, I love this lifestyle. There's a few things that, I miss or whatever, but I don't think I ever, well, not now, want to go back to sticks and bricks. If I want to continue this lifestyle, and if I want to continue, even if I'm in the city, getting out like today, a couple days out in a campground and go for a walk, or go for a walk along the beach or the park, or do whatever, even within the city limits, and being able to be comfortable in my minivan, I need to get more in shape than I already am, and I need to lose some weight. I'm in a little minivan. I'm not in a great big cargo van. Oh, that would be lovely. Maybe one day. But it's tight in here, and I gotta scooch and crawl and kneel and do all kinds of things. And the bigger my gut gets and the bigger my butt gets, and the me not moving and me not being as flexible as I once was just makes things that much harder. And I don't want it to be harder. We want this to be an easy going, we don't want to struggle. So I made the decision, and actually Renee from Curly's on the Move really inspired me, because she started taking care of herself and eating a little bit better and stuff like that, and changing up the way she does things. And like I said, the way I was feeling, and I can just feel the bloating and the inflammation in my body. Like I can feel it. So I said, enough is enough. Even if I have a little bit of sciatic pain or whatever, at the end of the day, it's not going to kill me. What will kill me is if I keep doing what I'm doing. That will kill me, and it'll make it so much harder in the long run. We don't want that. We do not want that. So I have decided, like I said, I'm going to give it my all, because like I said, eating clean is extremely expensive. But fruits, veg, and meat. Pretty much it. With the exception of my coffee. Listen, let's not get carried away. We got baby steps here. But I only drink 2 coffees a day. So I think what I'm going to do is get used to the eating part, and then I will transition over to maybe some almond creamer and some maybe like healthier sugars or something like that. But right now it's just going to be the food. And I'm going to say 90% of the time I'm going to be eating, like I said, raw veg, fruit, and protein. We're eliminating majority of the carbs except for my tortillas, because I did find these, and while they're not the best, they do have a lot of fiber in them. So it brings down the carb count. And the carbs are what's killing me. The processed carbs, I should say. I'm going to give this the best shot that I really want to do this. Now, I'm not going to document everything. Maybe the first couple meals I'll show you, to show you what I'm doing and stuff like that. But like I said, I want to do at least 90% clean. And I know, listen, I'm fully aware, trust me, fully aware that the first couple weeks is going to be it's going to play a lot of havoc on my stomach. My stomach's not used to eating all this fiber and fresh fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So I get it. I know there's going to be some discomfort. I just got to get through it. My body will love me so much better at the end of this, because like I said, I got to do something. I can just, every step I take, every move you make. Anyway, sorry. I know. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. Very healthy. I was inspired by the Tiffany plate on TikTok. I used to do something like that years ago when I was doing the whole keto thing. And I said, cottage cheese and mustard. Ew. But then I tried it, and it was so delicious. Sorry, I got a phone call. Everybody's like, where you at? Where you at? I'm like, I'm hiding. I'm out in the bushes. Anyway, I don't know if you're aware of this, but this is the first time I've ever camped by myself. Now, listen, I camp pretty much every night, technically. But that's on the street. I've never I've never stayed in a campsite by myself. Anyway, so far it's lovely. Anyway, as I was saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Literally every time I was eating, I was making myself sick. because of the pure amount of carbs I was intaking, because you know why? Carbs are cheap. Rice is cheap. Pasta's cheap. It's all cheap. So I was eating that. And every day after I would eat, I would feel sick. Carbs are not my friend. So like I said to myself, I am tired of feeling sick. I am tired of feeling bloated and inflamed and tight. Like I just feel like I can't even really move. Like I just feel like one great big blob. A tight blob. A big old donkey. So that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I think I did. I'm not going to document my weight loss, or it's not even about the weight loss. I mean, yeah, I need to lose some weight, but it's more about just getting my insides healthier and clean and everything else. But yeah, I'm not going to document it though. That's not what this is about. Maybe I'll show you some food here and there and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling, but we're not going to document it. See, this is what I don't like about campgrounds. There's always someone like literally right next to you. I mean, I guess it's better than the street. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee. We're going to chill out. And I am so tired. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning last night. 2! That's why I decided to come out here, because I just didn't want to deal with traffic. I didn't want to deal with anything. I just wanted a super good night's sleep to chill out. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This was such an impromptu decision. I don't have my camping chair, and I didn't even get any firewood, and I don't have cash for firewood. But my neighbor says I can come take a look at his fire, so we're going to go do that. I know, my life, right? Okay, so like this is hilarious. So my neighbor says, well, you could, because he was asking me if the smoke was bothering me. I said, no, as a matter of fact, I wish I had some firewood. He says, well, come over here, check this out. And I'm like, all right. So I come over here. Anyway, we start talking. And what a small freaking world, because he lives in his rig. And he says, yeah, I got into it by watching Curly's on the Move. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's one of my besties. So what are the odds, right? Like, it was so funny. So then I'm obviously sending Renee a text message saying, are your ears burning? But random campground in the middle of Victoria, and we both know the same person. Hilarious. Anyway, just thought I would share that with you. Good times. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this fire. Well, that was a lot of fun. I sat by the fire, had a really good conversation with my new friend. And the sun has gone to bed, and now so must I. Actually, it's still pretty early. Well, the sun's going down. I think it's close to 9. So I'm just going to, as you can see, I'm all tucked in my little tiny home on wheels. And this girl is going to take off her makeup, clean up, brush my teeth, and have the most fabulous sleep in this quiet. And tomorrow I'm going to just hang out in the morning. And then he's got something to do first thing in the morning. And then, because he was talking about there's a waterfall. And I said, I know, I saw that there was a waterfall too. So we're going to meet up tomorrow afternoon. And we're going to go see if we can find this waterfall tomorrow. So, fun. Whew, it's a little chilly this morning. I've already been up, had my coffee, and just chilling out. I'm going to have my breakfast. As you saw, this is yogurt, half a scoop of protein powder, some seed granola stuff, 3 dates, and 2 strawberries. Yummy. And then I'm just going to, like I said, chill out. And then we're gonna go see if we can find a waterfall. Isn't there a song? Something about chasing waterfalls? I don't know. Anyway, cheers. All right, here we go. We are taking the scenic route to these waterfalls. The guy, the camp guy said they are a little bit more challenging the trail, but you know, what's the worst that could happen? Anyway, off we go. Okay, and we're gonna start going down the incline. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I should have been wearing my hiking shoes. I'm not gonna take that path. That looks a little too steep. Okay, note to self. When you go down these kind of paths, change into your hiking boots, Chris. Oh my Lanta. Oh, this is steep. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pay attention walking down these because, oh my goodness. Okay, so we're just kind of sitting here taking a little bit of a break. That last hill was a little whoo. And this couple just came up. She counted. There's 207 stairs, so there's 207 going down and then 207 coming up. What? I don't even know. I've got this. I've got this. It may take me until next week, but I've got this. Okay. First some wooden stairs, and then we're gonna go on to metal. Absolutely worth it. Look at that. Okay, I'm down 207 stairs to go back up, but absolutely worth it. Man, God's canvas right here. Okay, good times. I made it. And I survived, and I feel like I'm getting stronger and stronger each time. And now that I'm going to start eating healthy, man, things are just going to get so much better in life. I'm so excited for this rejuvenation, rejuvenation? I don't know. Anyway, I needed this little mini getaway. It has done me a world of good. Okay, just got the fire started. We will put it in the pit once it gets going, but we just, you know, whatever. And then we got a feast happening here. He's having hamburgers and cheese, and I got all my veg going. And he's cooking me a hamburger, so I'm going to have hamburger instead of chicken tonight with all my veg and fruit. Yummy. I left the door to Bobby open and a bee got in there, so I'm hoping by the time I go to bed he's gone, because I'm rude. I didn't want an overnight guest. Like, come on now. Anyway, what a phenomenal day. It got a little bit windy and it's a little chilly, but not too crazy that it's unbearable. So, like I said, I so needed this. I love nature so much. It's my jam. It's absolutely my jam. Who would have thunk? Me. Anyway, we're gonna have dinner. I'm still hanging out with my campsite neighbor, and we'll check in a bit. Good morning. Good morning. Well, this is it. This is the end of my little 2-day mini getaway, and let me tell you, I needed this so much. I feel so much better, and now I'm gonna go have a shower, and I was gonna have a swim, but I'm feeling a little sore this morning, so you know, baby steps with this, getting back into, you know, being a human again instead of a great big sloth or, you know, donkey. And then I'm going to work this afternoon. So that's going to be my day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you're doing well, staying safe, and remember, make someone smile today. Bye.